Phones are getting a lot of hate these days, okay? But why aren't we talking more about how phones can actually help us study and help us in our work? After all, they can reduce distractions, manage the use of our time and track our work, enhance our learning, boost concentration and productivity. Okay, I'm kidding. Reducing distractions, boosting productivity are not what phones are known for, but if you're smart about it, they can be. They can be amazing tools. Phones contain incredibly powerful technology, and instead of writing them off, we can learn to use them intentionally so they become a powerful ally for your study. In this video, I'll give you tips on how you can make your phone work for you. After all, your phone is a tool, not a boss, as Coach Tony from Better Humans says. Hey, if you don't know me, I'm Lisa. I own a private tutoring and study guide publication company called Lisa Study Guides, and that's why you'll see a lot of English videos on this channel, but I often like to back up those English advice videos with general study advice as well, just so that you have a more holistic approach to your learning. If you like what you see in this video and what's on my channel, make sure you subscribe, and let's just get into the video. Reduce distractions. Firstly, to unlock the powerful productivity tools in your phone, you need to know what settings you can adjust to set your phone to work for you. The most important one is to turn your notifications off. We all know this, but it's nice to have that reminder every now and then. There's just no getting around the fact that social media apps kill your productivity and waste your time. And any notification you get from one of these apps is likely to be non-urgent and lead to you getting distracted for way longer than it took to open and answer the message. If you have an iPhone, go to Settings, Notifications, and turn notifications for every app except phone, calendar, Google Maps, and potentially apps like Uber. Oh, I literally just got a notification then, and that distracted me from creating this video. I actually usually have it on silent, but yeah, I turned it off silent so that you could see my boyfriend's face. This is a pretty funny photo when we were eating sushi one time and he had too much wasabi and he went up his nose and he was all like, "Ugh." And every time I see it, it makes me laugh. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. How ironic. Notifications are uncontrolled interruptions that prevent you from doing what you want to do. If your notifications are on, you're not choosing when to use your phone. It's choosing for you. The mantra of this video is that your phone now works for you. You are the boss and your phone is a tool. Turning off alerts and banner notifications is a great start, but there are also other ways to reduce the temptation we feel to check social media. I turn off badge notification icons, those little red numbers that sit on the apps and tell you how many unread messages you have and create stress and anxiety, and then that bleeds into all of our lives, and that's why we all have stress and anxiety these days. For me personally, I actually delete all my social media apps. The only one that I have is TikTok because I need to create videos for that. But anytime I want to use Instagram or my friend wants me to check something out for them, I will actually go and download the app again, do what I need to do, and actually just delete it straight afterwards. Yes, it's a pain in the ass to do that, but I think that extra hurdle of downloading and then deleting straight away makes it impossible for me to go back onto Instagram again. Basically, the justification for hiding social apps or deleting them is outlined in Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. Kahneman? Not sure how you pronounce that. He explains that our brains have two systems for thinking. The fast system is our default and it's instinctual and immediate. This can be life-saving in situations where we have to respond immediately, but it makes us impulsive. The slow system is our analytical brain. It helps us make rational choices, but it requires deliberate effort to use. When we see a notification or even an app itself, often our fast brains respond immediately by opening the app. Hiding the apps creates a pocket of time that allows your slow brain to get control and redirect you towards your real goal. The productivity secret when it comes to social media apps is to be in control of when you use them. Now that we've talked about how we're the boss and we can stop our phones from distracting us, let's talk about how we can actually use our phones to help us study better. Use your phone to manage your time and track your work. In my video, How to Stay Organized and Study from Home, I talked about the importance of having a schedule. Once you've planned your days and worked out what a healthy balance between work and play looks like for you, you can use calendar alerts or set separate alarms to make sure you're staying on task. At first, I found the calendar alerts really hard. I'd set study sessions that were too long, so I'd get distracted and do something else. or I'd be really focused on my work and ignore the alert to go for a run in the early evening. When you first set up a schedule, you're going in blind, and your first attempt might not work for you, so adjust it. If you ignore the alerts, your schedule becomes totally meaningless. I know it might sound a little contradictory saying that your phone is not your boss, and yet you strictly obey with these calendar alerts, but the difference over here is that you are determining your own schedule. So you are the boss. Your phone therefore is just reminding you of your agenda, not orchestrating it for you. Also, something else I wanted to add here is that while us as humans, we definitely are habitual people, like we love having schedules and following them through, it's okay if they kind of fold at some point in time. I think what I've realized, after reading Atomic Habits and implementing good habits in my life is that yes, we crave this sort of normalcy in our lives day to day, but we also tend to crave difference too. So your schedule might work for you for the next couple of months, but then you'll start to find that you stop following it. And there's a reason for that. It might just be that you're kind of bored of the schedule that you've set up for yourself. It may be other influences in your life. But whatever the case is, just remember that when you do start to notice that your schedule starts to not really work for you, that's when you need to reassess your situation and create a new schedule. And that's totally okay. There are lots of other useful apps to help you manage your time. I downloaded Google Drive to my phone. This is useful because it means I can read files while I'm on the train or in a waiting room, and getting out my laptop would be impractical. Having everything on your phone gives you the ability to maximize short pockets of time. And it's a great alternative rather than you jumping onto social media. Another app I recommend is Todoist, which I use to track my daily tasks. If you already have a good to-do list, say on a paper diary, then I don't recommend you change your system. Keep what works for you. What I like about Todoist is that everything I need is on my phone and I always have it with me. Todoist has amazing features, so if you'd like to know how I set up my Todoist, let me know in the comments. Use your phone to enhance your learning. Our phones can do more than manage our learning. They can actually speed it up. Apps like Coggle and Anki can be serious aids to study and revision. Coggle creates mind maps and flowcharts, allowing you to simplify complex information neatly and attractively. When I was in school, I used paper mind maps for all of my humanities sections to explore how different ideas, themes, or events were related to each other. I now use Coggle when I'm brainstorming new ideas for my business or unpacking themes and essay plans for a study guide or a YouTube video. Coggle guarantees that the information will be legible and that you won't lose it. It's also collaborative, so you can create mind maps with a friend. Anki is the most popular digital flashcard app. It's perfect for studying languages, science, history, basically any subject with complicated vocabulary, dates, or content that needs to be memorized. I like Anki because you can add pictures and videos to your flashcards, and the app will remind you to review your card deck at optimal intervals for memorization, a technique called spaced repetition. As you're testing yourself, you can rank each card based on how difficult it was to remember the information, and the algorithm judges when you should next see the card again to optimize your memory of it. That is pretty cool. I also use my phone to create new learning habits that replace the time I spent on social media. I've downloaded Kindle and Medium, and whenever I have spare time, I'll read a Kindle book or an article on Medium instead of going on an app like TikTok. Although I love TikTok and I'm obviously on TikTok. I find this works because it means I still get to indulge the urge to be entertained by my phone, but I've replaced the content with something that matters to me. Use your phone to boost concentration and productivity. Meditation is the hot jam these days. What is hot jam? I don't know. Hot jam, let's call it. Hot jam. Everyone is talking about meditation on YouTube. A lot of people are trying meditation, and even when I first started meditation a few years ago, I'm sure you probably felt a similar way. I just didn't really feel the difference, and I didn't appreciate how meditation could help me, despite everyone saying that it was amazing and has changed their lives. But despite that, I kept just getting an influx of content about meditation, and study after study shows you that meditation has amazing benefits for your mental health. So I thought I'd give it another go. In case you don't know, studies indicate that meditation improves your concentration and ability to focus for extended periods of time. This is because meditation trains you to notice and pay attention to thoughts that arise in your head, viewing them as isolated thoughts rather than an extension of you. This then helps us to recognize and overcome the feelings that can lead to procrastination when we're not meditating, because we know how to observe our thoughts instead of acting immediately on them. I am definitely definitely guilty of this. You know, while I'm working, my brain might go, ooh, I want a snack, and I'll just run off and get the snack. Or, ooh, let's do a toilet break, and I'll run off to do a toilet break even though I don't really need to. Or my brain will be like, yes, let's check social media, even though I know that nobody will be online, and you know, I've already checked my notifications like 10 minutes ago. Why do I need to check them again right now? Anyways, I finally found an app that worked for me. I've tried Headspace, I've tried Calm, but the one that really works is Waking Up by Sam Harris. I've been doing, you know, 10 minutes of guided meditation almost every day on waking up since the start of the year now. And it's definitely created an awareness of my thoughts and an ability to ignore them. The best way I can describe it is that it's like a space that's been created around the thoughts that pop up in my brain. So instead of the thought totally filling up my head and driving out the productive feelings I'm working on, I'm sort of distanced from them and they don't steal all of my attention. Hopefully that doesn't sound too insane, and a few of you probably already know what I mean because you're already doing meditation. My goal is that as I keep practicing, I'll get better and better at eliminating these distractions and these voices that come up in my head. Go get a snack, go pee, go check social media. If you think that this is something that would be beneficial for you, I've got a link in my description box where you get 1 month of Waking Up for free. I've been meditating before bed, but recently, because I know that I get a little bit of anxiety in the mornings, I will try and switch and do a little bit of meditation in the morning and see how that goes. Remember what I said earlier about your schedules changing and that being totally fine? You know, I've been doing meditation at night for a good like 6 months now. I'm gonna try and switch it up and see how I go and do it 6 months in the morning maybe. Music can also help us focus, but only a specific type of music. Music with lyrics and strong beat are designed to grab your attention and end up overwhelming your short-term memory, making it difficult to study. Soft, slow ambient music is perfect for keeping you focused. The site Brain FM has curated science-backed playlists of functional study music designed to boost concentration, and it gets amazing reviews from productivity hackers. But they do have a subscription fee, and if that's not for you, Spotify has heaps of ambient study music playlists as well, and of course YouTube. You know, a few of you might be thinking, oh, but I love having like paper. I love doing things on paper, my to-do list there. That's not distracting, and that's totally fine too. Like paper, I'm all for it. But with all the points I've mentioned today, it's a great way to utilize something that, you know, we probably all have and to make the most out of it. Just be mindful that you don't want to spend too long actually setting up the productivity system that you want, because it's supposed to help you be more productive rather than, you know, taking your attention away from the actual work that matters. Don't use it as a form of procrastination. The last thing I'll say here is that for every single person, productivity means something different, and it's always a work in progress. So remember to start being flexible with the systems you have, measure and assess whether or not it works with you, and get a vibe of what feels natural and most intuitive for you. If you like this video, I'd love for you to thumbs up and leave a comment for me down below. I'll link you to another study video that I did recently, which did really well. And otherwise, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.